Sleep paralysis Redditors, what was the most terrifying experience you ever had? So it was a time when I was 12 or 13 years old. My sister used to watch scary videos on YouTube and I was usually scared, but I still used to watch it with her, since we did not have phones at the time and smartphones were not that popular, so she was showing me a video of exorcism of a girl and it was quite scary, and it was even scarier when she told me it was real. After a few days she asked me to join her with her friends to watch the movie Exorcism of Emily Rose, which was based on that. I and one of her friend were really scared and I left watching the movie and went home. It was the most scary movie I had ever watched at the time. That night I was scared and I kept on remembering the movie and scary things. I couldn't divert my mind. I used to sleep alone in my room, so I don't know when I dozed off, but I suddenly opened my eyes to the sound of my dad's ringtone. I kept thinking, who was calling at this hour? What time is it? As I wanted to check the clock I realized I couldn't move. I didn't know what sleep paralysis was. So I began to panic, and the irritating Nokia ringtone was making me more anxious. Why isn't Dad picking up? Does he not hear it? And suddenly I remembered the movie and all the scary things about exorcism. Is Dad dead? Did she, the ghost, kill him? Is the time 3:33? My friends told me this was the time Jesus died and all that. I was religious back then, half Hindu, half Christian. Since Mom was a Christian and Dad was a Hindu, I was raised a Hindu, but I went to a Christian school, so I had more of their knowledge. I kid you not, the phone rang at least 15 to 20 times and I was fed up of the ringtone. I tried to cry out to Dad, but I couldn't speak. I tried harder but in vain. I could feel my tears rolling down my face. I thought I was screaming, but my lips were shut. I could feel both screaming and my mouth shut at the same time. I thought I'll count back to 1 and I will jump out of the bed and reach my dad before the ghost catches me. I planned my route and all my steps and calculated all my obstacles like the door and everything in between me and my destination, i.e. my dad. So 3, 2, 1, go. I couldn't. Again. 3, 2, 1, go. Still couldn't. Again. I went on for seconds, maybe minutes, maybe hours. I didn't know how the time was passing. For me, time didn't exist at that moment. I tried to go under my blanket and hoped this ended soon, but due to the constant ringing of the phone I couldn't, nor could I reach for my blanket. After a while I turned my head, and as soon as I realized I could turn my head, I jumped off my bed with the blanket, slipped and fell down, because of the blanket at my feet, hit my head onto my dad's room, jumped and landed on top of my dad. I think I might have hit my dad in the balls because of how he woke up screaming. He asked me what happened. I was quiet and he hugged me for a while, and then he got up, went to the sofa, and I with him like a puppy, and switched on the TV and watched a movie, and I clearly remember what we watched. It was a movie with Peter Parker. I mean Tobey Maguire, and he was a horse rider, something like that. It was around 5 in the morning then.